Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Velas here in Brentwood, the Matchroom gym, with the man himself, Tony Sims. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thank you very much.
Good. Here for Joe Cordina's media day for his world title fight. 8 days out now. It kind of feels like this has just been brewing for a while now. I remember speaking to Joe in his last fight week. It was always get through this, and then it's the big one. It's in his hometown. This is his time, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and as I was saying to Joe, you know, this is a massive opportunity for you. You're in your hometown of Cardiff, challenging for a world title. Not everyone gets that opportunity, so you know you've got to take it with both hands. And
picking this back up, card 4 after like 30 seconds, deleting Fury White content for the man himself. Yeah, you're just saying that not everyone's sort of, say, as lucky to get this opportunity of fighting in your hometown for a world title.
Exactly, you know, and you know he's come to his own town and he's got to take it with both hands. You know, challenge for an IBF world title from where you've born and grew up. And, you know, is a massive opportunity for Joe. And you know, he's a guy always a good fighter. He's a top level fighter, top level opposition. He's boxed, and you know, Joe's got to work hard to get this title, but he's worked hard in the gym. You know, he's had a good camp, so you know the night will finally be here next Saturday, and he'll be ready to go.
So you've worked with some big fighters, been involved in mega fights, but was there kind of a bit of pressure when you take on someone like Joe? Because as an Olympian comes through, the expectation, not just from, I suppose, Eddie as a promoter, and from Joe himself, what he wants to achieve, but from the fans, is this person has to succeed. So is there always that sort of pressure when you take on an Olympian early doors?
Yeah, a little bit, because, you know, as you say, they're Olympians, so they're expected to, you know, at least challenge for a world title. And, you know, Joe's there now, he's challenging. And at the end of the day, it's up to the individual, the fighter himself, that once he gets that opportunity, is to take it with both hands and, you know, go out and win that title. And Joe's capable of doing that, but he knows that he's got a hard job on his hand next Saturday.
Yeah, let's talk about Ogawa. Have you taken much from his previous fight? Because obviously Fazili and Joe, not polar opposites, but you couldn't really get two very different fighters. So can you take a lot from his previous fight?
Well, yeah, as you say, Fazili's a back foot fighter, southpaw. Obviously, he beat Martin J. Ward for the final eliminator for that fight. But I felt like, you know, Ward went into the fight with a bad knee injury, and obviously that knee injury come on him in like the 5th round, and, you know, prevented him from winning that fight. But I felt like Martin might have won that night, and if it had, you know, if he hadn't got injured. So I feel like Joe, you know, Joe's a better fighter than Fazili. He's a more all-round fighter. He punches harder than Fazili. So, as you say, you can't really compare them. But, you know, you got to remember Ogawa's beat Tevin Farmer, even though that come to a no contest, that fight. You know, and he's been in with top level opposition. So, you know, we know he's a good fighter, and it's going to be a difficult night. But Joe being in his own town with his own fans, hopefully he can come through.
Yeah, I asked Joe if he was kind of not wary of Ogawa's right hand, because every boxer can punch, but he's got quite a good KO ratio. Yes, a lot of them were kind of early doors on the early Japanese circuit, but he has got a powerful right hand, which Fazili was obviously susceptible to. Does it make you kind of double wary when putting a game plan together when you know that someone's just got that punch?
Yeah, he's got a great right hand, you know, he's got a good left hook as well, so he can punch with both hands. So, as I say, he's got a good boxing brain on him. His footwork's, he's got smart footwork, you know, he's got good boxing gym knowledge, you know, and you know, he's a good fighter, and you know, it's going to be an hard fight, and Joe has to be at the top of his game to win this fight. You know, but this is the opportunity that he's wanted for a while. So now he's here. He's just got to go out there and do what we all know he can do, and you know, he's got to bring that title back.
Obviously, tunnel vision for Saturday. And again, I said to Joe, I do have to ask this as someone asking the questions. Shakur Stevenson said he would like to come over to the UK. There is potential that if Joe does the business next Saturday, and Shakur is willing to come to the UK, 2 ex-Olympians, that is a serious levels fight, both ridiculously good boxers in the ring. There is a kind of a little carrot for Joe of a mega fight.
Yeah, well, you know, you just got to concentrate on one fight at a time, and this Ogawa fight ain't an easy fight. So before you start thinking of them big fights, you know, you got to get this one out of the way. And you know, I'm anticipating a really hard fight on next Saturday.
Quick one before I let you go on Conor Benn. We're kind of in that position now where there's like 3 or 4 names just being thrown about, and we're waiting for the one to be confirmed, as it were. Keith Thurman, the one where there's most noise. If it was for a world title eliminator, surely being a big fight and an eliminator, that would be perfect for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And we know they've just announced David Avanesian versus Virgil Ortiz final eliminator WBC. And we see last week that Jaron Ennis won the final eliminator for the IBF, so that puts them two really out of the top 2. They're rated top 2 of the WBO. So the next 2 down are Conor Benn and Keith Thurman. So I'm expecting the WBO to call purse bids for them two to fight for a final eliminator, and I think that's the fight that we'll probably see next.
And if purse bids are called because the relationships aren't too good between PBC and Matchroom, if they are called, I take it you guys would expect Eddie to bid big to land this fight on a Matchroom show, considering Conor is kind of, along with Anthony Joshua, Matchroom's face, really.
Exactly, yeah, and I had this conversation earlier because someone said to me, what if, you know, PBC win the purse bid, will Conor Benn to go to America and fight? And of course he will, because it's a final eliminator, but I expect the Zone and Matchroom to get, you know, big behind Conor and win that purse bid. I'd be surprised if they don't. So, you know, I would expect that to go on at the O2 or something like that later on in the year.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.